Welcome back to the ultimate South Korea K-pop drama. Let's go, guys. On the previous episode, we were led into capitalism, and I have something to say. There's something I made my mind about that's very interesting to me. Money really doesn't mean much. Is the circulation, the amount of exchanges people make, that's what means something. And so what is the most shameful act you can possibly do in an economy? Hoarding. That is the most shameful act. Billionaires hoard money. Pretty shameful if you ask me. But so does the what's that? Government? Yeah, they also hoard money. They have to justify this sort of behavior. It's circulation that brings wealth and equality to the world. This games of money simply needs an update of every single year your money goes to zero. That doesn't make sense to you? Most people's money go to zero. So let's make billionaires' money also go to zero, right? Most people play paycheck to paycheck. So let's make it happen. But if everyone gets to be at zero, where are we? Well, we are getting jobs. Government tells us what to do, or whatever we can trust with all this money. But all the money goes back into the central economy to where the most circulation happened, basically. Right? Those people are rewarded with a power to circulate things and distribute the money properly. And if you can't buy a house in a year, well, tough luck, you're a piece of shit, you didn't work hard enough. This is the shit that I'm proposing right now. Everyone goes down to zero. Let's force equality. Let's work. Let's force people going into workplaces. But most importantly, if you haven't spent your money, it evaporates to zero. You will not be able to spend that shit the next year. It's over. So, that's what I'm proposing. Aren't you excited? Oh wait, I don't rule the universe. That kind of sucks. That's a problem. I can't just change the rules. But what if K-pop? No, I don't think K-pop. I mean, we go from K-pop into capitalism into smartphones potentially because Samsung. Oh, we're not gonna even stay in capitalism. Maybe. I have no idea what K-pop drama is about. I just know that South Korea is struggling with this capitalism idea, and I'm trying to solve it to this day, trying to understand it as best as I can. And there can potentially be even a groundbreaking change to be made. And I feel like this is it, bro. This is the most exciting thing ever. Everyone goes down to zero. Everyone's starving. Or everyone's going to church to get their meals based. No, look, there should be places where you get very, very minimal amount of money, but everyone goes to those places now because they have zero. And if you stay in that place, you don't get to the next level. Everything makes sense to me. See, we made a terrible mistake again. We made people greedy because they can keep their money. And to keeping money is what are you doing? You're destroying the economy if you keep the money, if you're hoarding it. I fixed everything, guys. Easy. Type in the comments, see if you can debunk my idea. What is the problem with my idea of everything going to zero? And if anyone were gonna be like, oh, but what about my savings? What about my only fucking life purpose? You know? Now, going down to zero is probably not the best idea. You probably go down to a specific amount so you still get to live. Half a year, but you still have to work eventually. But this allows no one to hold any value over someone else, and encourages people to spend money for specific things that they truly need, and or have great returns in terms of value. But then people gonna hoard like private property or something and start asking for rent and whatnot. What's that? That I heard the word hoarding? Yeah. Yeah, I will not let that happen. I will not let that happen. No hoarding, guys. Not money, not specific goods. You just buy all the fucking pencils in the world. And oh shit. Now pencils are fucking expensive, aren't they? See, anti-monopoly rules are literally supposed to be baked in so fucking hard into the system, but I guess they're not, so the system sucks now. But soon they will be anti-monopoly rules. But we have to understand that having money is also a monopoly. In fact, it's one of those like, oh, you want this specific item, and then you just buy all of them. Alright, you can buy it from me now. A true capitalist hoards money in order to deny you having things. That's what it is. But right now, we're in the crossroads against like the renting culture, basically the ownership of property culture, of ownership of necessities culture, capitalism. That blows my mind. But for people to be sold drinks in general is brain damage squared. This is hands down to like the most disgusting thing that people can get out of their heads. Drinks, like, come on, like you can just drink water mixed with whatever the fuck you want. But what about convenience? Uh, Not spending money is pretty convenient, isn't it? In capitalism. Moon has uploaded a video about Japan, which is close to home, isn't it? Our home is South Korea right now. I've already discussed of like how North Korea is sort of like trying to reject capitalism, trying to kick capitalism in the balls when they have a chance. And while to a lot of people that seems like the ugliest thing ever, we have this beautiful chart that telling us that South Korea can easily cut their population in half and start reaching North Korea levels, basically. Like they're plateauing with the population. It's gonna go down, guys. But the funny thing is, what I'm waiting for is for population to go down. Like people are crying about this shit. I am waiting. I'm gonna celebrate depopulation. What are you talking about? Old people are gonna fucking lose their shit? And we're gonna get closer to anti-monopoly hoarding rules? Oh, and we're getting there, you know? Australia is doing property taxes, basically, or like extra bedroom taxes. We're doing property taxes in the Baltics. Interesting, isn't it? Even though it's not exactly a new thing, not new concept. That's a fun concept against rich people. I would say like you can have as much luxury as you want, but don't overtake lands and properties. It should get exponentially more expensive for people to own crazy shit. That would be the anti-monopoly rules. Like everything exponentially is expensive, or everything resets to zero, and you have to prove your worth to society. Again, this idea of everything going down to zero is the idea that all the money goes back and then rains upon people, and it decides where to go. Money will decide where to go. Who deserves money all of a sudden, based on whatever behaviors decide, whatever jobs are given to people. Anything can be given. Fucking dressing up properly. Who know? I don't care. Anything can pay money, you know? I fart the loudest in the crowd. I get $20. Fuck yeah, dude. People can potentially vote, decide social media fucking can help with this. We haven't actually employed the new technologies into the system, guys. We're just suffocating with the old system. All right, we're suffocating until the old system gonna look so fucking stupid. We're gonna kick it out. We're still living. The reason why we're suffocating it is because it's old system. Don't worry about it. That's it. CO2 emissions, guys. It's an old system of suffocation. What is Canada fucking pumping in there? Oh, migrants. Oh, I forgot about that. No, actually, I still don't know. South Korea is, yeah, plateaued at 2019. They stopped doing anything. While North Korea is still kind of growing. So that, you know, that's the real war right there. This is the moment where the truth is revealed. Is capitalism strong enough to just defeat the very, very old system? Like, technically, I imagine North Korea is like super communist. Just trying to, like, kind of uphold communism as a legacy culture, basically. And it again looks ugly for everyone, but they're just making slower progress than anyone else, right? Whoever bows down to capitalism, they make quick progress. That's the difference. Like, if you were Amish, you still make progress as a human being, but as a collective, you don't make much progress. So it is what it is. I swear, I'm not gonna talk about smartphones, right? Please don't Samsung me. This is not like fucking drama or anything. Although it is kind of like the ultimate device that does nothing. It does not earn you money. It does not let you meet new people. It does not let you find a job. It does nothing, technically, in this for the sake of capitalism. It just sells itself very well. The only capitalism it did is just like some people became influencers because they can film videos with their fucking iPhones or whatever. Wow, congratulations. I will definitely fucking congratulate those people right now. Thank you very much for your service, Mr. Phone. That's a problem. That just shows. That shows, guys, that capitalism system is completely old school and doesn't actually employ the new technologies whatsoever. It doesn't give a fuck. It can give you the new technology, it can sell you that. It's like, hey, look at this thing. It's like, what do I do with it? I don't know. There's no instructions. I don't know. No one told me to tell you anything. I just have it, dude. Give me your money and buy all these like apps. Like, there's inside apps people make. People weirdos also want money. Everyone wants money, dude. So just take it, dude. Just take it. You see, the biggest problem about the current system is confusion. What do we do? We can't make like actually good decisions. If we were told what decisions to make, then easy peasy, bro. But we're not told. So the best decision in capitalism is survival. And South Korea is the first nation to not do survival very well anymore. That's where the drama comes from, isn't it? We went from capitalism back to the birth rate, unfortunately. We are seeing one nation actually start sinking into not being able to survive capitalism, which is like so interesting because they know they know that they are not North Korea. They cannot hold ground like this for too long. They know they're in danger, basically. And there's shit that's gonna be happening. More and more of the shit is gonna be happening. Not just incentive for people to make babies, but way crazier things than that. In other words, the world has to be carefully watching and observing the situation that South Korea is in, because that's where it's going, where it's happening, where the capitalism is crunching on people's sanity and destroying their lives, basically. Every move South Korea makes should be your highest priority to comprehend. And that's where I come in to try and give you something, you know? Try to put you on the right path. That's where I come in. We're watching Squid Games. Let's go! How many will survive? 51 million left, basically. Okay. Number go down. Number go down. But it's not going down. It's kind of just fluctuating since 19, so I don't know. If it's just fluctuating, it's still not that dramatic. But at some point, like, we're gonna see real drama unfold, right? And right now, the real drama for the rest of the world is to gather up, take a seat, you know, and start watching this, start observing the survival games, the capitalism survival games. That shit is important. There's so much to learn from other people's suffering. Not mistakes. There's no mistake. They have a culture. They have to have to do this. They have to suffer because their culture is not necessarily compatible with capitalism, but they can hold their ground too, you know. And you might question like, how is it not compatible? We'll figure it out, guys. I know. I just need to justify what I'm saying, guys. It is the same way all the time. I know what I'm talking about. Logically, I understand exactly. But there's like no justification. It just is how it is.
Several isolated
Crazy.
locations were highs.
Just like how I invented like 4 personalities. What? It is. But it is 4 personalities. There's nothing I can do. I'm seeing 4 personalities and I put everyone in a category. Everything fits perfectly. Game over. Oh shit. And everything has a personality. This guy has a personality of angry man. 1 out of 4 personalities. That's it. 4 emotions, dude. And you would say, but Inside Out it has like 8 emotions. And no, it doesn't. It's still 4. It can have extroverts and introverts though. So you can make it 8. Like there's bottled anger and there's expressed anger. It's kind of different, right? So in this like, okay, like the public sector of Asia, which Japan also belongs into, that's why we're gonna watch this. Japan belongs in this public sector, and also can reveal, you know, how it deals with capitalism. Now, I actually can see the distinction, but this Asian world, this like human portal world, belongs in wind personality category, category 4, government, governism, where government is in charge and it's like pushing all these new technologies because they want to rule over the people, because they want to decide what is good for them, right? That's what's happening in China. But the public sector is where like it almost like bows down to the rest of the world. It doesn't bow down to a specific government, it bows down to the rest of the world. So there's wind that is introverted, which is China, and the public sector is extroverted, which is Earth. And Earth is not compatible with capitalism. I'll tell you that much. That's why North Korea exists in the first place. South Korea is trying to taste capitalism, but obviously it tastes very bitter for them. In Japan, maybe it's like a mixed, maybe it's like a way when capitalism fucking sucks. Like, I literally, this video starts with like, oh, Japanese people just disappear whenever they feel like capitalism is too much for them. So I think that's what's going on. Like, Japan kind of like flip-flops, basically. It also kind of has like a North Korea version of itself where you can just run away to. Like slums, like it mentions slums. So maybe it's still like secretly split the country of Japan as well. We just don't know about it because it's not like a public north-south Japan.
Destined for Kyushu, the southernmost island.
Yeah, so basically that could be North Korea version of Japan. Like we don't know. But it literally sounds like it
In
right
Japan, one of several isolated locations where hundreds of Japanese people flee in
now.
the
Just disappear.
missing in suspicious circumstances. Instead, they're or evaporated people. A small city of people choosing to delete themselves from existence every single.
A city just leaves into an island. So maybe Japan has a strategy of like, okay, we're gonna adopt capitalism, but there's an escape strategy, you know? You can go back to North Korea whenever you feel like it. With North Korea and South Korea, unfortunately the border is set. There's no way you're gonna fucking reverse this whole situation. You made the decision to side with capitalism on one side, and we're just gonna try and ignore that shit and steal all your cryptos. On the
Yeah,
other
some
side.
even hire free. Others find themselves in very
He didn't explain what that place is like,
poor
though.
districts like Kamagasaki and Osaka,
He only mentions a poor district, basically.
otherwise known as the Skid Row of Japan, which have been associated with a country known for being high-tech and ultra-clean.
Well, that's how you escape capitalism. Again, you can't own anything here, though. That's the ugly truth of capitalism. Hoarding is just, prevalent. No one's gonna fucking slap people in the face for having 20 properties while the others have 0, right? Like, if we play Monopoly, just like reset every now and then, like, please let people fucking live lives and understand the capitalism that they're in, because some people are born into the system and just like can't comprehend what's going on. They pick up all these like kind of defeatist attitudes. Such inequality and hoarding breeds crime.
Some report not seeing their families
cool
for
is that?
some of the clothes
And mental illness. Let's not forget that.
they had
A lot
on.
of bad
The Jew
stuff.
left with the
So here's why.
clothes they had
Here's
on.
why they
The Jew
run
had
away.
to often flee debt or brutal job situations with low pay and grueling hours. Others are fleeing
Debt, grueling hours. Everything described is pure capitalism. The other
domestic
side,
abuse, partly driven by society's obsession with shame and the idea that family issues should remain private at all.
privacy, also capitalism. No one should care about you. Capitalism. Keep your business private. Keep your family problems private. Maximum capitalism, bro. So they're fleeing capitalism. We cracked the code, guys. You can see how fucking crazy this is. We're watching the same video, but we don't have the same information coming in. We're better than that. Are you subscribed? Oh, it would be shameful if you didn't subscribe. You would have to run, flee capitalism if you didn't subscribe.
Costs. And this is far from the only
You will pay a high cost for
disturbing
that one.
phenomenon that brings us inside. It's quite literally everything wrong with society.
Moon is always gonna fucking be upset, basically. But, cool, he did research. Let's crack these facts.
Because some people in modern Japan don't just have the will or courage to run away like the Chauhatsu.
Most people don't have the courage. Most people, unfortunately, are the victims of capitalism. Including me.
Single root.
Okay, now he's gonna fucking trash people who live with their mom. If family business is private, then fuck off. You can't shame that part. Like, you can only pick one. How I treat my mom and how mom treats me doesn't fucking matter anymore, does it? In fact, it's all good treatment, rather. So unfortunately, with this part we skip. Everyone lives in a cramped fucking tiny space and pays tons of rent and has tons of bullshit. What is this?
But many Hiko can hidden by
I would
more
never shame anyone.
depression. It's the same in New Zealand.
Yes, he's continuing to shame. Now talking about suicide rates, blah blah blah.
Solutions. Something happening on a much wider scale across Japan.
Yeah. You know what's happening? You know that thing that's happening right now in Japan? Crazy, I know. Who would have thought that it has a dark side to it? And what's there to be happening? Holy
millions of
shit.
Japanese from
Wait,
social
I wanna
life, and
write
this all
it.
helps explain why the country is on the brink of a huge demographic collapse. The fertility rate
Oh
has
no, I collapsed, guys.
Just imagine the town or city where you're living in right now and cut half of everyone out of the picture. We're
Oh my god, not the Thanos
talking
snap.
ghost towns, hospitals without staff, trains
Oh no, not the cheap fucking housing.
and buses without drivers, low birth rates.
Oh my god, not the jobs opening up. That's crazy, dude. Okay, I would not want to drive a bus. That's ridiculous. But I don't want to be a driver ever, so.
Rates are definitely a global
Cool.
issue,
But I do want bus drivers. So is that
dropping
good?
below replacement levels across Europe and the US. You'll struggle to find a Western country where fertility hasn't hit record lows.
Where fertility was like, I guess you do have a lot of human beings on the planet right now. Maybe we do have a lot of problems, actually. That's what fertility rate is doing right now. It's like, well, we crammed a bunch of human beings. Remember the boomers? They're literally still alive. They're literally our parents. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Can nobody fucking connect the dots for once? Everyone is panicking about its number going down. As if that is the worst. Like, my subscriber count is going down. It's like, what are we gonna do? No. Boomers fucking made a lot of problems, and the problems are going down. Beautiful. And pray to God, Jesus Christ, that you get fucking someone's fortune rain down upon you as they leave this world. That's what I'm talking about. It's great, you know? If half people disappeared, if Thanos snapped, I would be twice as rich. That's what would happen. I wouldn't be twice as sad. Are you
Just
kidding
imagine
me?
the town or city where you're living in
Are you
right now
kidding me?
and cut half of everyone out of the
Are you kidding me? I can imagine that. And what I would do? I would click the ultimate button. I would click the ultimate button. That's right. Thank you.
picture.
I would love that. Out of the picture. That's not how it works, dude. Cut out all the old people out of the picture, you know? You know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. It's crazy when you literally fucking forget about the context and just like look at the facts, look at the fucking articles. They just forget about the context of what actually happens when things happen, you know? Fuck that. People can't pay their rents, and we're gonna fucking complain about people reducing the number of population going down. People can't fucking hold their houses hostage, basically. Like, we can't do both. We can't complain about two distinct fucking things. And we don't have to, because population going down means nothing to nobody. Except those people who are actually, you know, now in trouble. Right? Their nation is in trouble. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Double the rate
that's a lot.
of men, leaving everyone else
Most women disappear.
behind.
Most women just
Dating apps
disappear.
are also and provides
Yes, virtual girlfriend.
emotional support
that
when-
controls everything.
whenever you need it.
Uh-oh.
And since bars where you literally pay someone to sit there
Again, Japan is known that you can buy a human connection. You can buy a date, buy a friend, family member, buy a coworker, all this that is mentioned. And that's fucking cool. Alright? That is not even shameful. That is genuinely cool. Like, just in case you're running out of this, like, human connection, like, you get to fucking buy it. You know? And you will be respected by that human because you paying. Alright? You're paying for that date. Maybe you're gonna get advice on how to fucking improve your life, and you're gonna get out of this fucking shithole where, like, it's perfectionism as well in a way. Only the best of the best gets the most basic, powerful things like love, right? Now, to be the best in the best, you can still do it within your category, within like a local circle of friends, blah, blah, blah. You can accidentally shatter your circle of friends and just escape into the greater wilderness, basically. But then you still have to like put things together all by yourself. In other words, you either follow the rules of the friend circle or you have to figure shit out all by yourself. You leveling up the difficulty, but you're also leveling up the possibility of greater love. Isn't this awesome though? This drama is cool. Asian culture is something.
There, listen to your day, laugh at you after the 25th. You're supposed to find a husband as all you're
I don't know what this means. Does that make women suddenly appear into existence? This shame.
considered damaged goods. Hanging out
Then he fucking sells fume bullshit. Skip.
the extremes Japan has resorted to fix something people can relate to.
No, they can just live with lies. They're okay. They're okay with lies. It's like it still means something. Somehow you can crack it if you feel like it. It's almost like a mystery. Like I'm not exactly sure where it goes, but like if you buy up fake relationships, what is that? What's the benefit of beating up loneliness? I think like you have to integrate to society. You have to know the rules that other people live by. This is why it's almost like it's a bad idea to be lonely, especially in like Asian countries. You have to connect with how the world works.
Everywhere. It all feels extra steps and often more guilt, where we have parasocial relationships with online influence.
You're not doing the same thing at all. Now, it is parasocial, it is fucking stupid, but you actually can't blame yourself all the time.
Huge explosions in things like OnlyFans.
Okay, buying porn is already one step too far, and let's not talk about it.
Campsites, but we're
Yeah, it's extreme parasocial behavior if you're throwing money at influencers. Directly at them, because they actually have no talent. Now, I'm not exactly sure if they should be selling stuff, but selling videos is probably the wrong move. Like, what is the best way for an influencer to earn money? Probably sponsorships, guys. If you go OnlyFans or scam people, I mean, come on. You just want the money, don't you? That's the whole point. Like, it's not just about the money. That's where, like, perfectionism falls apart. That's where I'm saying, like, reset to 0. And then you'll understand. Will you be killed if you go down to 0? If money is worthless the next day? Do you die? Or, like, you're okay. You'll find a job. You'll find things to do. You'll continue earning. Right? Is the constant of profit that keeps people alive. It's not the fact that they hoarded tons and tons of money already. Big corporations get to feel that very quickly because they have to lay off workers and potentially have even less to offer to society. It's never the end to lay off the workers because there's not enough production anymore. And people complain even more that your company stings.
Japan's economic miracle, which started in the 60s and saw its economy grow by some 10%.
Yes, every economy grows when it starts existing in the first place. Now, I'm not gonna go into history because I don't know these things. I learn as I go. Technically, corporatism is a lot older than capitalism. It's about 120 years old or something. Capitalism is simply a system that newbies use, basically. When you spawn, the only thing you care about is money. Corporatism is that you spawn and you already see a bunch of corporations basically surrounding you and trying to sell you shit and trying to buy your labor, basically. You also spawn and you're gonna see even older thing, which is called the government. And then you spawn and you see the oldest thing of all, which is the only thing we ever had as humanity, is society. You will see society around you. So when you spawn, you have to remember that all these things that we have, actually they define where we are in human history. Corporatism is going to fade away, but it's going to take a long time. Capitalism, however, you'll say goodbye in just a few years.
Every year for over a decade, this
People are freaking out about AI replacing jobs, and that's just you saying goodbye to capitalism. Humanity is slowly discussing of like, the robots could do the jobs though. What do we do then? Who gets the money? You know, you have to solve this miracle of a puzzle. Because once you solve it, you will know who gets the money. It's just, you just solve it, bro. Because again, if robots are as productive as humans, they get the money, but they shouldn't get the money. So humans still should get the money, you know, and who gets the money?
really broken in recent years.
Okay, so Japan seemingly dominated in America, almost?
They have the best reputation
And somehow Japan has reputation for quality products.
for quality. They will tell you the Japanese
Collapsed on the streets, sometimes from exhaustion, sometimes from alcohol, often a mix.
I would not be like this, my friends. I would try and help the fucking dude. How the fuck, man? This is actually the most painful part of the video of like, just help the guy. Like, you're filming the guy instead. You're filming him instead. Who the fuck are you? Why help the guy? Oh, you are stupid. You are stupid. Have you heard of self-employment? Have you heard of hustle culture, basically? You seek opportunities all the time. Helping other people and trying to socialize is like the fucking ultimate hustle culture, basically. Understanding what problems people face, you can sell them things the next day, right? And massively. And maybe change the culture as a whole and build fucking business all of a sudden. Anything is possible, dude. If you just employ yourself with kindness and niceness, and that shit actually works in capitalism. Just people don't understand. Because they don't have enough values to understand these things. And I don't have enough fucking friends to perform for you guys. I can only say it out loud and hope that something happens because of that.
Mixture of the two, until
Besides my reputation rising because I said all the right things.
everyone had a camera on their phone, most likely would have looked
You know, the only reason why we need AI is to watch my videos. So it recommends it to you eventually.
like with bodies slumped on metro platforms and rubbish piled up and over that aren't really optional if you want to
Yeah, torture sessions.
keep your job. The rules are bizarre. Junior employees
This is why. This is why niceness is much more powerful than just submission to this fucking drinking game. Secretly, you know, we have naughty little players of capitalism who want to try and make other people go drunk, basically.
must constantly refill their seniors' glasses but never pour their own drinks. You're expected to match your boss drink for drink, even if he's twice your size and has been doing this for decades.
That's torture, basically. That's controlled torture. This is literally sexual abuse in workplaces. Men's edition. Alright? If you're falling for this, I mean, no. Make a fuss and just leave.
Leaving before your superior is
Just
considered
leave,
deeply
bro.
ill for those
Socializing is fine. The moment drinks are online or there's some kind of force, it's over. Like, you gotta make a fuss out of it. You gotta get fucking pissed. Never be forced into anything in capitalism, brah. Bruh, you should at least feel like you made a decision all by yourself.
Reporters.
So yeah, we go to this part. Death by overwork. How is that even possible? Again, you being forced. Then there's no other way. You have to make a fuss. Like, this, what are you doing? So you can see the governism in progress, basically. Unfortunately, it's in China, it's in Japan, it's everywhere in Asia. People gonna force you to do stupid shit. And if you bow down to that, you're gonna fucking suffer.
Heart failure after working.
Is that in Japan workers are working ridiculous hours.
American
Strong cultural norm that you have to devote everything to the company.
Yeah, don't combine two jokers. Don't combine wind with fire because you're gonna die, basically. Don't let them burn you down. Don't let them steal your individual rights to think for yourself and to say no to things. This is how they get you. This is how they fucking destroy your life and fucking gobble you up as a fucking acid, basically. This is simply the strategy, my friends. Wind is to take control over you, and fires to make you do ridiculous things. Ridiculous sacrifices, basically. Again, I should be the example of, no, I'm not unemployed. I am the example of people like that exist, and it's normal. That's the actual normal. It's even more normal if someone does employ me and I'm happily working for them. That's even more normal if I'm happily doing something. But when you are in a torture environment, like, it's never normal to suffer. That's it. Bottom line, bro.
But the reality is that most people in the West don't actually work, much less than the Japanese anymore, and we're catching up rapidly.
What?
And at least the Japanese have more public work culture where dedication is valued and rejecting it is viewed as impolite.
Yeah. Impolite. Spit. Yeah. Fuck you, dude. It's not about you. My job is my exchange of my fucking time. It's impolite to ask for more hours from me. Impoliteness is mutual, if you ask me. Like, how cool, we can relate to the same thing.
Progress
can't
comes
we?
from
We can fucking start a fuss and drama about it.
sacrifice called black companies, which are technically legal but engage in business practices that would be illegal elsewhere in the world. One form
Uh-oh.
with any of it. Over 300,000 Japanese students have simply stopped attending school.
Okay, protest?
They've decided the entire system through the area documented what he found.
Well, there's kids now homeless because they chose not to study.
Right there,
or
you see
something?
them? Some of them, they're like sleeping on the floor.
Kids sleeping rough. Like they're just hanging out on the floor. They're homeless kids who have come from the countryside.
I will say thank you that people are watching this, people are interested. I try to make this episode extra chill so people don't stick around, actually. Also, I was kind of planning to just sleep, but at the same time, this video dropped, and I just gotta do my job, because the drama is gonna wear off. I'm in like a 3-day drama right now. The drama wears off, and then I have to go actually do work now. Self-employ myself to try and keep up with all this stuff.
Out of birthdays and funerals, even entire meals without ever having to speak to anyone. We're all
Yes, wow, Moon has found the problem. We're not gonna speak to anyone. Now it's a self-induced problem. It's for every individual. Just by being frustrated, I'm still manifesting openness to conversations. I'm okay them being rare occurrence. It is what it is. Go down that rabbit hole, you know? I'll remain frustrated. I'm not gonna go down rabbit hole of silence and isolation and pretending the world doesn't care about me no more. Because at some point it will be the solution to a lot of people's problems. Breaking the isolation is just gonna be necessary.
already getting
And some people who are like used to isolation, they will be harder to break. I think it's like a double wild. Double wild means the opposite of double joker. Double joker is where you are attacked by the outside world. Double wild is where you're attacked by the inside decisions. So you have the isolationism of the earth combined with reduction of anxiety. Somehow you actually forget about it. You know, it's like I have isolation, but I really don't care about that. I'm not gonna try and solve that in any way. I don't have that problem. Like, I know I am a person who will reply. That's it. If you don't have that problem of replying, then you're not the problem. You're not causing all this isolation Isolation is caused by people who shut up or just say mean things or have one conversation and then disappear. Those people are carrying all the world's guilt of silencing the world right now and privatizing the world. This is why I upload videos, is just proof that I am never silent. I always am willing to talk about something and learn new things and try new things with new people. It's just that world literally does not exist where it needs me, you know? No one is desperate enough to actually break their isolation in any way. Because they would still do it in a slightly different way that would, you know, potentially make me exist in their lives for a little bit, at least. Why isolationism is such a prevalent thing, why privacy is such a prevalent thing, why people think it's a good idea, they're just kind of like busy and they don't want to think about the responsibility of this whole thing. Because to remove the isolation is to perform action that you don't want to for no real profits. Like, your brain can't comprehend why you should actually try and fix this problem at the moment when you can just get more money and buy more things, and enough people are fine. At the same time, other people's happiness also creates isolation. The biggest criteria, though, is betrayal. There's often times when you have to choose money over other people. You might think, like, what? Really? Money can buy a lot of things. Money can simplify your life, while other people might make it complicated. And then you simplify your life. And this turns into betrayal, because I lived through these betrayal moments. What happens is I am simplified into a guy who has a computer, a guy who needs something, a guy who is willing to always be around. Wait, that's not a bad guy? No, no. He's the easiest betrayal of all time, of like, but I can be around, like, better people. You know, I can choose what to be around with. Like, I don't, it's a temporary high, basically, to be around someone who's, you know, willing to do it for free. Everyone boils down to what they have, and that's it. While the real friendships are born of, like, building things together, building a conversation together, building trust with each other. Betrayal comes from, like, exhaustion, laziness, oversimplifying your life. All these things are, there's plenty of reasons that people find in their pockets of why to isolate themselves or chase something or waste their time to try and find something, when the thing that you are trying to find is gonna isolate you, bro. You don't want to lose your friends. In fact, the most powerful thing that you can come up with to a person, and it literally happened today, and you have to talk the isolationism of, like, oh, you want me to talk to your friends? Oh no, I'm talking to you, and I hope you hate your friends. Having friendships kind of suck, doesn't it? It drags you down. I should have talked isolation. That's the scariest thing. That's the thing that you can ruin people's lives with that shit. Because if people are isolationist, more isolation and more isolation talks are gonna make things so much worse. It's like if someone is in pain, more pain is even more pain. It only grows exponentially. Noise only grows exponentially. Bullying and drama grows exponentially. One drama is one drama, two drama is headache. Three drama is you're sick. Four drama is you trying to run for your life. 5 dramas, you sacrificing your firstborn child
in our
to
own
gods,
way, though.
basically.
It's in groceries delivered to your doorstep, and fewer places to actually go out and socialize.
It's up to you how you use social media, but that's where you socialize. Whatever you upload is your input. Whatever you consume is your passive behavior, basically. I'm stuck on YouTube. I am performing. I'm doing my thing. It's social, okay? Anyone can find me. If they know me, they can find me. Nobody knows me, though. And nobody needs to know. Alright? In particular, I'm just talking ideas, logic, what I see in the world going on. No one in particular needs to know who I am. I'm not here to, entertain a local group of people. I'm just smart. And I can be smart anywhere in the world. Doesn't change who I am, right? Capitalists are restricted by their proximity to their businesses. Governists are tied to certain powerful people. So as long as they can ask questions of this powerful individual or ask them for help when they get in trouble, then governist is a much bigger, stronger person. And socialists are strong in just like, as long as they feel connected to their social group, to whatever they are associated with. If they're associated with traveling, they can be pretty powerful travelers, but they're still not. It still changes their identity, and they cannot stay there for too long, right? So it's close, but not quite who I am. I can be anywhere in the world, and I'll still be considered smart. Exactly the same way. Nothing changes about me. I just pick up a new language, and same fucking deal.
Nearly half of Americans live.
Yeah, antisocial. Ha ha ha. Moon should not fool you, by the way. I'm trying to break that kind of illusion that bad things are happening. Your brain tells you exactly what's going on, how you feel, right? You can fool your brain, and your brain is going to accept that. You can call it schizo mode, but the reality is everyone is isolated. You make the rules. That's the first thing you have to tell to your brain. You make the rules. Everyone is isolated. No one's going to tell you what to do and what not to do. There's no right and wrong in terms of personal behavior and how you personally feel. You can feel anything. You can go anywhere on the internet and feel anything about anything. You can consume anything and upload anything as well. It's best to do in balance in order to get the greatest kind of self-establishment, self-esteem. But it's up to you to be social. I'm telling you, it's for everyone else, it's up to them to be social. If they already found success, if they already found the relationship, the quote-unquote relationship, which it's not going to be fulfilling, by all means. You should not stop there of like, oh, I guess I have my like family unit. That's not the end game. You will still have to be friendly. You will still have to fucking root yourself into more and more people, right?
One fan bought 3,000 CDs
Oh, so parasocial relationships happen in Japan too,
in
huh?
support of his favorite act, going into debt in the
From now on, I have to say I'm a godlike creature, and as a godlike creature, I flow. I cannot be stopped by natural forces anymore. I lived a long enough life to understand all forms of bullying, all forms of personalities, and we see people fall into traps of all kinds. That's anti-flow. It's like you're gonna get stuck with bullshit, desperate things that you manifested. It's your fault. Let's not forget how stupid it is to be a part of statistics sometimes, and yet people end up doing just that. The power of the flow state is to have everything under control, but mostly your emotional level. Never depressed, never anxious, never incapable of getting out of bed or talking to people.
It's why Japan is just a beta test for our coming future dystopia. It
It's
isn't
not beta test. What are you talking
some
about?
exotic warning from the future, it's Tuesday in Tokyo and it might be coming to a
He's pulling the shit out of his ass. It's just a different reflection. You go to a mirror, but you see stats of like 20% fat, 50% stupid. Japan is just a mirror where you can look at your reflection that reveals more than just a reflection. Who is telling you that Japan is somehow an example of how things are going to be in the future? Like, what? This was the Kpop Drama Chill Japan edition. We're gonna squeeze in one more bonus meme. And tomorrow I'm resetting your money to 0. If you want to quote me, I will call it zero economy. A reminder that you are mortal. And after you die, you get no money to pass through into your death. And money is everyone's personal business. You should spend all your money, for fuck's sake, before you die. But you should die 100 times, just to be sure that you know how to do the damn thing. Oh yeah, 1 second, I'm taking a nap, guys. I leave you guys with this.
There's a video trending right now called South Korea is Over, and watching it
Yes, Kurzgesagt video that cries about population decline. As everyone else. You literally can't make YouTube videos anymore. Unless it's about population decline.
It shows you how awful the country's future actually is. For anyone, their people, the country, or is Korean, this affects you and you should be thinking about it. This video basically says in 35 years,
But that's what happened, bro. I enjoyed K-pop and now have to think about this bullshit.
the fertility crisis will have shrunk the population by 30%. That's 16 million South Koreans off the face of the planet. It'll be the oldest country in human history, and every other person there will be over 65 years old. Other countries are going through fertility crises too, but South Korea will be the first and fastest to get to this doomsday situation. Less than 1 in 10 will be under 25, and only 1 in 100 will be a child. Whole cities will be abandoned, and most people will either be living alone or in retirement homes. And with so few young people working, South Korea will be in a permanent recession. The government won't have money or youth to invest in the future and culture, and instead they'll just try to keep its society running and not go extinct, even if they magically somehow
The funny thing is, was Kurzgesagt video this informant? Because I don't think so. This guy is spitting facts. This guy should be Kurzgesagt.
tripled the fertility rate, there won't be enough people supporting the amount of seniors for its economy and society. I usually just post lighthearted videos about K-pop and oppas, but after this, I feel like we should all be talking about it and spread awareness and figure
No, that is Kpop Drama, guys. That is... it is what it is, guys. Your favorite K-pop singer is gonna support, you know, old people soon. So they can take their wealth. It was always destined to be over. No, just capitalism. Yeah, misogyny, bro. I haven't heard about this one. There has to be a problem like this that doesn't actually exist, but it ranks how high men are and how you can like approach men and date men a lot faster of like how they treat you basically. It fucking helps, dude. It doesn't actually destroy dating, this thing. Because if someone loves you, like, misogyny just kind of doesn't exist, you know? But I guess women gonna blame whatever they can. Am I right? What's that? Yeah, that's an important point. Which will just import the labor. Now, it is weird that you can just do that. I think that's a high skill requirement to do something like that. Yeah, money becomes so important that people forget why have relationships. If there's even a tiny reason to betray relationships, it's gonna happen, basically. Call me selfish, but there's not enough benefits for having children. Well, I hope you are busy, you know, doing whatever you're doing. Okay, the biggest factor is people become unhappy and they struggle, right? Like, They can't possibly afford children. And you must understand that struggle is real. It's just another pain to think about, to worry about. It's just like relationships, it's just another additional pain to worry about when money is already fleeting from most people's hands. In other words, people can't make relationships unless they are happy. If they can't make relationships, they can't make children. There's layers and layers to cross that most capitalists don't give a fuck about. It's your private problem, basically. But this private problem is basically bubbling up to the surface to where it's nationwide problem. You can no longer hide it. It's fucking obvious, right? And it's interesting how people react to it. Because again, it's not a problem whatsoever besides old people, I guess. Oops. Going to South Korea gonna be like visiting your grandma, you know? I like it. I like it that way. See you guys next time.